my blood like holy wine. Taste so bitter yet so sweet. Woof, woof. Oh, I could drink a case of you. Woof, woof. Silver standing on my feet. Woof, woof, woof. Woof. I didn't like it when my boyfriend used to sing, an old boyfriend used to sing that song to me either. I didn't quite like that at all. Songs that works in some country songs. Warner Brand t-shirt. King Carolina Bill. These are dark hats I made at the Army Navy Circle store downtown Atlanta. One of them had my usual information, my name. Instead of the Social Security number, I had it put positive atheism. I thought I was not always an atheist, but from this point forward, I think I will be. The other one had homosexual, faggot, queer, proud. I thought I was worried they wouldn't make it for me. So I had it on a piece of paper and I slid it across the counter for him. He looked at it and he goes, wait until these people get out of here first. Wait until these people get out of here first, what he said, but he whispered it. And then once they left, it turned out we were the gay community here in Atlanta. The white party in Miami and the black blue party in Philadelphia. Let's see what we got here. I'm just going to let you read it for yourself and decide on your own. That little kid had a saber. I can't among myself do nothing, as I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, not because I seek the will of my own, but the will of thy Father which hath sent me. Boy, did he fuck up. If he was God, he should have been able to know what they were going to say before they even said it. They might as well, preachers might as well be barking at them. How can it be? Pale blue dot, dead on arrival, or it can also be don't ask, don't tell. If I have told you earthly thing, then you do not believe. How will you believe if I tell you heavenly thing? Pragmatic competent. John 3, 1-15, snake with a placebo. You do not believe. How will you believe you? This is the traffic leaving Emory in the afternoon. Friday, it's kind of late Friday afternoon, so I may have missed most of them. It's been raining a lot today. It was actually given to me by the First United Methodist Church of Prescott, Arkansas. If Jesus died becoming Christ going one way, why can't James Edward Avery, Dr. Veterinary Medicine, live becoming the Antichrist going the other way? If you think about it, Jesus was born and died during Mary's lifetime, so his circle of life was superimposed over that of his mother. So all I've done is, it's amazing the time of these ambulances that come through here, fire truck. So all I've done is twisted Mary's life circle into a figure 8 and included Jesus and Joseph into it. DriversEd.com. My name's Jim Ed. I'm gonna do my pistol pointing. All you gotta do is turn the face upside down and you got the mouth on top. I discovered that on the Wikipedia under Humpty Dumpty. If you go look up what Wikipedia has to say about Humpty Dumpty, you'll see a little thing about where Alice is talking with the Humpty Dumpty and looking through the glass. So if they have all the windshield rolled up and all they're seeing is just me acting like a crazy man, not hearing anything I'm saying, well, no wonder I'm a crazy man. They refuse to hear what I'm want to say. So all I've done with my crystal meth addiction is loop it into a circle, back onto the biggest drug addiction of them all, which was God, the Bible. Again, the mouth is just on top, but just a dog barking. So, all I've done is loop that. So Jesus was born here, and then he died, becoming Christ, or died becoming Christ. Why can't James everybody live? So my mother, I find it interesting that out of 10 kids, my mother was the 8th one too. So we're all classic 8, and it was only this door that became larger than life. So basically, Joseph showed up in Mary's life a little bit before he was born, less than 9 months, remember? And Jesus was born. That was probably like the eye of the hurricane for Mary, or the beginning of the hurricane for Joseph. So somewhere over here he died, Joseph died, Jesus popped up again with his ministry, get crucified, and then Mary lived another. What I've done is 15, so Mary would probably be about 60 years old when Jesus died. It's just a tool, that's all it is. Murder by number, 1, 2, 3, easy to learn, that's your ABC. Congeniality bias are pro-life, my-side choices. Again, congeniality bias are pro-life, my-side choices. So pro-life is just as much pro-choice as pro-choice is pro their own life. So, with the recent death of Nellie Harper Lee, she wrote To Kill a Mockingbird and Suicide Watchman. Suicide Watchman is based on Ezekiel 33. So you got to time travel there. What they did was using math, they extrapolated it off of Go Tell a Watchman To Kill a Mockingbird first. Then they came back, and I think it made sense, because you think about the time that the book was To Kill a Mockingbird was released, I don't think Go Tell a Watchman would have been quite as much of a bestseller then as it well, is it even a bestseller now? I really don't know. I haven't looked it up. I just know that that came first. Then To Kill a Mockingbird, based on that. Her and her publisher worked together, maybe in a lesbian affair, we don't know. Very close relationship between Nellie and her publisher. So Jesus was born. If he was, truly, God, then he was dead man walking from the day he was born. And so while he was alive in his ministry, he set himself up as a watchman. But we have to raise him up first. He was physically raised up, which was dime a dozen. The crucifixion was dime a dozen. And then we have to mentally raise him up before he becomes a watchman. So Jesus as God, with the Methodists have nothing more than a tool. And I think they've abused it today. And although I've raised Methodists, the first 18 years of my life, again, these are mostly Emory people leaving, and most of the people that live in my neighborhood are associated with Emory one way or another, which is a secular Methodist campus. So what I'm doing is using my first 18 years combined with my educational learning and throwing it back at them. I do not like how the way they are shunning me. So think of the middle as the indifferent being the center. To varying degrees, everything in pathology except for indifferent. Well, I understand what they're saying. If you don't let something bother you mentally, then there's no stress in your life, and it doesn't kill you the way sin does as well. Pull in my driveway, we're glad to talk to you. Explain it to you. Let's see what they say. H-U, human for two, that's water. H2O, 2HO, water, for human. Wow, that's interesting. License plate, HU, 42HO. I see water and I see human. Where there's water, there's life. But I just want. But the way the world is, nothing more. Like my mother said, Jim, relax. That's just the way the world is. Well, Mother, isn't the way the world is nothing more than the sum of all of us? I can't help but feel if I do it your way, I'll be leaving the world, a workplace, that I've entered it. So if you think of it as the sum of all of us, including our animals, our trees, and everything else, then the only way that indifferent can be not pathology would be for it to be God, infinity. And so that's my understanding of God. God is indifferent. Therefore, God be the eternal, not two or three. Dead work two. Man and woman. You got the last man and the last woman gone. Then the humanity ends, and there's no longer a God to be indifferent, from our perspective, until someone else, another observer, able starting time all over again. So, method of fact. Not here to be liked. I'm here to wake the people up. Put a cattle on. Truth be God, universal one that said. So dead man walking, go set a watchman, To Kill a Mockingbird like me. You can think of me as a mockingbird. Death of a salesman. I got 64,000 left to go before I have to either sell my home or hang myself and expiate for our sins. Having my, get a will set up expiating for our sins. They need to be made aware that they are just as responsible our shooting of 49, our Pulse nightclub, Orlando, Florida. Indifferent. In Memorial United Methodist Church. They're perfect, loving God, loving neighbor. Good Neighbor Day for Saturday after Labor Day. And if you just go onto that line, that petition that my next door neighbors have started against me, trying to get Cobb County to enforce their code orders against my sign, you will see Bert Gary, Susan Gary, her husband, Louis Landry, all using even grandchildren of Bob and Janet Gary are posted on there. Michael Gary, William Gary. So Rosewood Massacre. He was so big, he was so black, that boy. That's my teaching definition of pernitionist and prevaricate. So are all their posts and comments. The Gary family posts and comments up to the internet on the petition against me. Hey, all you got to do is go to www.change.org and enter 1840. The 40 missing, but there should be a 4 there. And I was 80 before I even graduated high school. That was the 4 that appeared on his own. Bad gun or good gun, effectively. Okay, I got to playing around with this. Only thing stopping bad guy with a gun is the good guy with a gun. Got to playing around with that, and then I finally decided bad gun or good gun, effectively producing desired intention a given amount of time. Crime before criminal, needing to find. Let's take, for example, the Sandy Hook Elementary School Massacre. By the time investigative reports were released March of 2013, it showed that within a time frame of slightly less than 5 minutes, slightly less than 5 minutes, 156 rounds have been fired from guns. This comprised of 154 coming from a long rifle, 2 coming from a 10mm pistol. Adam Lanza fired 1 shot off in the hallway using a Glock, and another one to his head, killing himself. So, and I'm not talking about the 3 guns, there was only 2. There's just a Glock and a 10mm pistol, the same thing. So, which is, all of the 156 shots were fired by Adam Lanza before the good guys got there with their bad gun. Their guns being bad guns from the standpoint of their guns are officially on the clock, technically 24 hours, 7 days a week. 24 hours, 7 days a week, the same should be applied to all the guns owned by American vigilante wannabes. And so, in other words, not effectively producing the desired intention given amount of time. Crime before criminal, needing to find the who, what part of illegal is it that they do not understand. I'm just throwing it back at them. So my question is to James Wagner, who is the current president of Emory University. He's retiring in August, but I even read somewhere that they're going to wait a year before they replace him to give him a chance to wash out. As far as I'm concerned, he is still president from this point on forever. He is going to designate him my posture pilot, Reverend Josh Noblet at St. Mark's United Methodist Church downtown, my Jesus Arabist, the one that the audience got to vote on. Joshua Noblet, who ministers social justice at St. Mark, he's the one that I said, Reverend Dr. Beth, nothing but a Catholic fag hag. Reverend Dr. Beth is, she started off Catholic. She switched over to a mother's church at the age of 14. She went on to become a pastor, went to Duke, became a pastor, and she worked her way all the way until she got married, had twins, and now she's senior pastor at a church that's 80% gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. But there's not enough women there, not enough black there to even bother. Mostly white men, and so I said to Reverend Joshua Noblet, Reverend Dr. Bell, nothing but a Catholic fag hag, and this is where he gets upset and goes, she's Methodist now! And I was done by that, although I was expecting having to explain to him what he saved me the trouble, and this is where he got up that he must be going now. We were sitting at a table by ourselves, the Wednesday night dinner, and as he started to pass by me, he took 1 step, and before he could take that 2nd step, I turned to him and said, did you hear about the teacher in California who hung herself just for her students to find first thing in their classroom this morning? And no, right on cue, that efficient faggot, Reverend Faggot. And he's an event as opposed to Bert Gary, who's the pastor at Iowa, senior pastor at Iowa Methodist Church somewhere, which is mostly black. He is guaranteed a job as an ordained minister, whereas Reverend Joshua Noblet is listed as an expense because the Methodist Church do not allow self-avowed practicing homosexuals as ordained minister with the church. So although he's a minister with Methodist Church, he is listed as an expense along with the lesbian who's in charge of children's ministry. And to me, there's something wrong about this. And although I don't want to make things bad for them, they are not working with me, so I will use them as God sees fit. God has given me a platform, if Tebow wanted to believe that God had given him a platform to take advantage of it, he's going to damn well take it. Then God had given me a platform too. Bend him over, girls. Oh, fuck it. Ruff, 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 ruff. I'm having fun with it. It's fun. Wants to be a bunny rabbit, but it looks more like a dog, don't it? You're in my blood like holy wine. Taste so bitter yet so sweet. Oh, why to drink a case of you and still be standing on my feet? Y'all have their windows rolled up. I don't even know what they hear. One window and only one, yet there's either two. Inside and outside, which touches you. One window and only one, yet there's either two. I'm on the outside, which touches you. That's kind of hot heating out there. Remind me of inside. Environmentally controlled cars. I have no idea what they see when they drive by. Some of them laugh. There are not very many of them, but some of them laugh. Okay, it's about to rain. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. It's getting windy. Maybe God is mad at me. I don't know. Or maybe this is him crying, about to cry. They just need to be made aware that they are just as equally as responsible for the shooting of our 49 Hour and Paul's nightclub, Orlando, Florida. One pearl, total pig, antichrist. We got our male god, we got our female god, and we got all means all, or it means nothing at all. Papa John, are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John?